The Dark Truths of Power. The Mind of Machiavelli. Niccolò Machiavelli wrote The Prince in 1513. Though it was not formally published until 5 years after his death, he wrote the book while in exile, hoping to regain a position in the Florentine government by offering political advice to the ruling Medici family. The book is about the nature of men and the dark truths of power. In the video you will be given a few lessons about the nature of power as seen through the eyes of Machiavelli. Let's start our journey. In every age, there are those who seek power, and those who are ruled by it. Some gain it through kindness, others through fear, but few have ever understood its true nature as deeply as one man, Niccolò Machiavelli. 5 centuries ago, in the heart of Renaissance Italy, a man watched kings rise and fall, cities burn and rebuild, alliances made at dawn, broken by nightfall. He studied power not as a dream, but as a weapon. From that study came The Prince, a book so dangerous, it was banned, burned, and whispered about for generations. But its lessons survived, because truth always does. This is the mind of Machiavelli. The dark truths of power. The nature of men. Machiavelli began with a single belief. Human nature never changes. Men, he wrote, are ungrateful, fickle, false, cowardly, and greedy. Harsh words, but not an insult. It was a warning. People act loyal only when it serves them. They praise you when you rise, and vanish when you fall. A ruler who depends on loyalty alone is doomed. But one who builds systems of reward and fear survives betrayal. To Machiavelli, morality was a luxury of the safe world. Leadership was for those willing to see the world as it truly is. Love and fear. He asked the question every leader fears. Is it better to be loved or feared? His answer: it is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. To Machiavelli, love was fragile, built on emotion, loyalty, and hope. Fear was predictable. A man who loves you may betray you when love fades, but a man who fears you will think twice before he acts. Yet even fear had limits. He warned, never be hated. Fear controls the mind. Hatred destroys it. Rule with strength, but not cruelty. Show power, but not arrogance. That is the balance between being respected and being overthrown. The ends and the means. In times of peace, people talk about morality. In times of danger, they talk about survival. Machiavelli lived in chaos, assassinations, invasions, corruption. He saw leaders die because they hesitated, waiting to do what was right. In the actions of men, he wrote, one judges by the result. The world remembers victories, not intentions. A ruler's duty is not to appear good, but to protect his people, to preserve his state, to ensure stability. And if harsh choices must be made for a greater peace, then history, not the moment, will decide if you were a tyrant or a savior. The mask of power. Power is not only strength, it is illusion. A prince, he said, must learn how not to be good, and use this knowledge when necessity requires. That means knowing when to smile, and when to strike, when to appear merciful, and when to hide the dagger. He compared rulers to 2 animals, the fox and the lion. The fox to recognize traps, the lion to scare off wolves. True power is silent. It waits, it observes, it strikes when the enemy least expects. Never reveal your full strength. Never speak all your plans. Never show your limits. In mystery lies control. In silence, survival. Fortune favors the bold. For all his realism, Machiavelli was not a pessimist. He believed destiny belongs to those who dare. Fortune, he said, is a woman, and if you wish to master her, you must conquer her by force. He saw fortune as chaos, unpredictable, wild, cruel. Only the bold can ride its storms. Hesitation is death. Opportunity often wears the mask of danger. The weak wait for the right moment. Until it is gone, the world rewards those who act. While others doubt, empires rise not from safety, but from courage. Final reflection. For centuries, people have feared Machiavelli's name, using it to mean cunning, manipulation, deceit. But maybe we misunderstood him. He did not teach evil, he revealed it. He did not invent corruption, he exposed it. His words are not about cruelty, but clarity. They remind us that beneath every empire, every company, every movement, lies the same ancient game of power. Some play it blindly, some deny it exists. But those who understand it control it. And that, perhaps, is the darkest truth of all. This was the dark truths of power. The mind of Machiavelli. Which truth did you find most revealing? Leave a comment below. And do not forget to subscribe to Unveil the Unknown. Because next, we uncover the philosophies that shape the modern mind.